Hello everyone, I'm Becca and today's flow is a nice gentle sequence that should hopefully give your lower back a nice stretch and a little bit of relief. So we have these big muscle groups in our core, in our back, in our thighs, in our glutes, and all of these muscles work together to help protect our spine, and they're what allow us to bend and to lift and to twist and do all of these big movements. When we spend a lot of time sitting or doing repetitive motions, some of these muscles can get strengthened or weaken a little bit and get thrown out of balance. Or if you collect tension in one place, it can cause strain in another. A lot of those things can cause strain in your lower back. So today's flow is gonna be all about gentle stretches that can help relieve some of that tension. Now, if you're feeling any chronic pain or severe pain, please talk to a medical professional. This is just meant to be a gentle stretch for mild discomfort. And hopefully it's a little bit relaxing, even if you're not feeling lower back pain. What you'll need for today's practice is a nice open space to stretch in. I'll be using a yoga mat, but you don't strictly need to have one for today's practice. It'll mostly be seated. You may also want a blanket if you have trouble maintaining positions on your knees for a long period of time, just to fold it over and give a little bit of extra cushion on that part of your body. I will also be using a pillow during the Shavasana portion to prop up my knees and help keep my back a little bit more neutral. All right, so once you have a space set up, we can go ahead and get started.
Begin by sitting upright with your feet flat on the floor, your arms behind you for support, fingers facing towards your hips. Take a nice deep inhale, lift your chest, and on the exhale, let your legs fall out to one side, inhale up, and exhale to the other, creating a very gentle twist and warming up your hips. Again, inhale your knees up to the center and exhale to the opposite side. Inhale up, exhale down. Continuing to deepen the twist, deepen the stretch as you flow through this movement. Inhale, knees up, exhale to one side. On your next inhale to center, pause and shift your hips back. Cross your legs and roll forward, coming onto your hands and knees. Make sure that your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all in one line, supporting, stacking bone on bone. The same with your hips and your knees. So you're creating right angles, strong positions with your body. And on your inhale, sink your belly, lift your tailbone and your head. And on your exhale, initiating from the spine, arch your back for a cat pose. Inhale, sink your belly, tailbone and head to the sky. Exhale, arch your back. Really push the floor away. Try to create space between your shoulder blades. And inhale again, sink the belly, create that gentle back bend. Exhale, push the floor away, up into cat. Inhale, sink the belly, a nice deep cow pose. Continue to flow through this, practicing linking your breath and your movement. Inhale, sink. Exhale, arch. Inhale, sink your belly, lift your head. Exhale, arch your back, drop your tailbone. On your next inhale, return to a neutral tabletop position and sink your hips back on your exhale for a child's pose. Arms out in front, Continue to breathe. On your inhale, feel your belly press into your thighs. And on your exhale, really sink your belly into itself. Feel your core engagement as part of your breath. And allow your lower back to relax. On an inhale, lift up. Roll up to a seated position and bring your arms up overhead, gently arching your back. And exhale, release your arms down to the mat. Gently shift your knees out to the edges of your mat and walk your hands down for a wide leg extended child's pose, sinking your belly deep between your thighs. And just gently rounding the lower back, continue to breathe and try to feel your spine lengthening up out of your hips as you stay in this gentle position. Nice deep inhales, matching with deep exhales. On your next inhale, begin to walk yourself back up to a seated position. Again, bring your knees back to center and lift your arms up overhead, taking a little micro back bend at the top, and exhale your arms down to the side. Roll over onto one side of your hips and swing your feet out in front of you, sitting right on your sits bones. Tuck one foot nice and flexed up against the inside of your thigh. Gently rotate your torso towards your extended leg and hinge down. Put a gentle bend in your knee and only fold forward as far as you need to feel a hamstring stretch. Engage the muscles in your core and your upper back to keep your spine nice and long in this stretch. It shouldn't increase any tension in your lower back. It should help stretch just your hamstrings. Continue to breathe. And on an inhale, lift up. Extend your bent leg long and switch for your extended leg in. Again, gently rotate towards your thigh and begin to stretch down over your extended leg. Keeping a slight bend in the knee, a long straight spine. On your inhale, try to lengthen your spine, and on your exhale, try to bend forward just a little bit, using your hips like a giant hinge. Inhale, come out. Extend both legs long. Inhale nice and tall, and on your exhale, forward fold over both legs. Again, you're only going down as far as you can without curving your back too much. You want to keep a neutral spine and increase the stretch in your hamstrings. A gentle bend in your knee here is going to cushion the stretch for your lower back as well. Continue to breathe. Inhale up. Bring both legs to a crossed position. Inhale your arms up overhead and release one arm down to the floor, bending over your side, stretching out your side body, your intercostal muscles, all the way from your hip through your fingertips. Try and make that one big stretch over. Inhale back up to center, arms up. Exhale, switch sides. Imagine you're stretching up and over a giant beach ball. Something is there keeping you poised up, and a full stretch from hip to fingertips. Practice extending fully through the tips of your fingers as you inhale back up and release your arms down. Bring both feet out in front of you, flat on the floor, and go ahead and lay all the way back. Take a moment to adjust. Bring your shoulders down from your ears and cross one ankle with a flexed foot over the thigh of your other leg. Engage your core to lift your knees and lock your fingers behind your thigh. So you're gently placing pressure on the thigh, bringing it in towards your chest, but try to keep your shoulders on the ground. If you need to increase the stretch, you can place your fingers on the upper part of your shin on that same leg. Continue to breathe. On your exhale, release the position and switch legs. Again, flexing the foot that is crossed over your thigh just above the knee. Engage your core to lift that leg and interlock your fingers behind the thigh. On your inhale, bring your knee in just a little bit. Feeling your edge in this stretch. Giving those big muscles permission to relax. On your exhale, release your foot back to the mat, uncross your legs, and take your arms wide out to the side in a T position. Bring both knees up to center and drop them to one side for a nice spinal twist, turning your head in the opposite direction of your knees. As you breathe here in this reclined twist, imagine growing your spine longer on your inhale and encouraging the twist on your exhale. On your next inhale, engage your core. Bring your knees to the center and let them fall over to the other side. Rotate your head again in the opposite direction of your knees. And rest in this reclined twist. Continuing that engagement of inhaling to lengthen your spine and exhaling, trying to engage a little bit more with the twist. Nice, slow, steady breaths. And again, inhale, bring your knees up to center and let your feet rest on the mat. If you need to gather any items to make your Shavasana nice and comfortable, go ahead and roll over to one side, sit up, and grab those items. I'll be placing this pillow directly under my knees. Lie back, release your feet out to the side, your arms out to the side. Make any final adjustments you need to make, and begin to check in with your breath. Start to encourage lengthening the breath here, really focusing on fully expanding your belly on your inhale and letting all of the air out fully on your exhale. Nice, deep belly breath in and out. Allow your mind to focus only on your breath. Taking this moment for yourself today. Go ahead and begin to start wiggling fingers and toes. Gently roll over onto one side and push yourself up into a seated position.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that was relaxing, maybe gave you a little bit of lower back relief, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.